like a 5-minute intro because today is Workers' Memorial Day, and back in 1970, 14,000 people in America were killed on the job because of workplace dangers, that were not rectified. So the AFL-CIO went to the legislators all over the country and said, we need a department to improve working conditions. We need inspectors to go in there. So in 1970, they started OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Each year, the number of deaths decreased. We still have about 5,000 people who die on the job every year.
That's a lot.
And that is 5,000 too many. My dream is that we don't have to have Workers' Memorial Day anymore, that the number goes down to 0. This year, we had 11% less people die on the job from the previous year. And the previous year, it was less than. So each year it does get lower, but we should not have 5,000 people dying on the job. And the one thing that has started that we didn't have in 1970 is homicides. That's happening. We are becoming the Wild West.
On the job, homicides?
On the job.
Wow.
On the job, yes. So this is a very serious situation, and there is also a group of labor leaders who, and myself, who came together, and we decided that we need to bring this to the attention of all people. So what we're going to be kicking off on May Day is we are going to have a monument. And there's a park that's around the corner from us here. It's called the Tilt Street Park. We're hoping to have it named the Workers' Park. And we're going to have an iron tree made with leaves. And it's going to be the tree of life in celebration of the lives of the workers who died on the job. And we hope to have it done by 1 year from now, and we'll have an unveiling on Workers' Memorial Day of 2026. So, because people don't know. People don't know what's going on. And we have to have people realize that, as we say in a poem that we're going to be reading to you, people don't, that you think you go to work one day and you think you're going to come home. You didn't think you were going to die today, but you did. So Evelyn and I are going to share a poem with you, and then we're going to light candles in honor of those who died in the state of New Jersey, and we'll be reading their name. The name of the poem is The Plan by Sue Waltz. I am your mother.
Sister, father,
Sister,
brother,
child,
partner,
lover,
friend.
Today, I plan to take a walk,
See a friend,
tell a joke,
give a smile,
pay a bill,
play a game,
take a ride,
kiss a cheek.
hug a child. I didn't plan to die today, but I did. I planned to go to work,
Build a bridge,
pave a road,
fix a pipe,
teach a class,
save a life,
paint a room,
write reports,
enter data,
work the line,
wire buildings,
walk the iron.
erect the steel. I didn't plan to die today, but I did. Please think of me just once today when you fulfill your plans. I am your mother,
Father,
sister,
brother,
child,
partner,
lover.
friend.
I didn't plan to die today, but I did. And now we're going to light some candles in honor of the people who did die in 2024 all over the country, but we're going to just name those who died in our state. So we'll be saying their names, ages, and how they died. Jose Rosales, 50 years old, struck by and crushed by an excavator.
Wow.
Juan Jose Koch Elias, 41, fall from a scaffold. Wellington Ramos Sandoval, 27, electrocution. Pedro Rodriguez, age 62, fall from a roof. Paulino Morales, age 25, electrocution. Richard Keishp, age 49, heat stress. Jose Wilmer Perez, age 27, fall from roof. Craig Cullen, age 54, fall from ladder. Erie Ivan Ramirez, age 32, electrocution. Claudio Malkovich, age 50, fall from skid steer while elevated on fork blades. Renu Rastigo, age 62, struck by a tractor trailer while in the crosswalk. Marquis Hudson, age 32, struck by debris when performing interior firefighting. Timothy Hanoid, age 50, struck by a container door. Marcellus Bethia, age 33, found unresponsive during underwater training exercise. Robert Bork, age 70. Jairo Rodriguez, age 34, and Bruce Morlack, age 74, were all struck by motor vehicles while crossing students in the crosswalk.
Wow, that's crazy.
20-year-old Sebastian Menendez Nachapuca, who experienced a head injury from a sharp object at 180 feet on a telecommunication tower and fell. Enrique Maldonado, 52 years old, who also fell, and this time from a racking system. Mario Gutierrez Morales, 56, struck by an excavator bucket. Ionis Mateo Perez, who fell into a wood chipper, 22 years old. 43-year-old Jimmy Fernandez Perales Mora, who died due to a crushing injury to his head while moving a steel beam. Corey Stasenko, 29, crushed by soil from collapsing excavation. Eileen Marco, 73 years old, trapped in a fire and died due to smoke inhalation. Alexis Lopez, 31, crushed, who worked for an auto and diesel service. Kyle Cease, 29, who was struck, worked for American Water in Camden County. James Henry Mullins IV, 29, also struck, who worked for Lund's Fisheries Incorporated in Cape May County. John Joseph, 76, who was crushed, and he worked for Nardelli Brothers Lakeview Farms in Cumberland County. Kenneth Karcher, cut lacerations resulted in his death. He was 25 years old. He worked at Booth Mechanical in Burlington County. Kenneth Harrison, 51 years old, who was struck, worked in Camden County. Arturo Garcia Sarabia, 48 years old, who was crushed. He worked for an excavation and site work company in Ocean County. Ricardo Ramos, 52 years old, who died from a fall, who worked for a tree and landscaping company in Patterson, Passaic County. Luis Herrera, 22, crushed. He worked for Waste Industries, Tenafly, Bergen County. David Centeno, 70 years old, crushed, worked for the Clifton Company, Ricova, USA. Kwame Pretempe, 60 years old, who drowned, who worked for Jersey City's Suntex Marina Investors and Liberty Landing Marina, her final name.
If you would like to add any additional names at this time, please do so. Let's hope that we have a lot less next year.
Indeed.
Amen.